Hey guys, so today we will be back in this border that we turned into a sun-loving border. It was once shade. I do still have a couple of hostas right there, but I'm not going to relocate those just yet. The plan today is to get in 120 daffodils. So I picked up this gorgeous mix from Walmart, so we're going to get 120 of these in, and I also bought the last 4 agastache that were on clearance at Lowe's. So I got these, I believe, for about $6 and some change, which is great because they were originally 13 something, but I'm going to be adding in 2 more meant to be queen nectarine, and we're going to be adding in this new one, which I had my eye on this one for a while, but I really didn't like the prices of these. Kind of wanted them to be a bit more cheaper, but what can you do? I now have 2, which I got on clearance, and this one is meant to be royal raspberry. So I will be tucking 2 of these in, and I will be tucking 2 more queen nectarine in as well. So in order to tuck these in, I'm going to be removing that daylily and plugging 1 more of those meant to be in. I have a space right there, and the 2 royal raspberries I'm going to put in this area. I had an iris in that hole right there. I planted it up closer right there. So we are going to get these plants in, and I'm going to give this bed a whole new fresh layer of mulch. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to place these 2 royal raspberries in this area right here. I have where the iris used to be. I'm going to tuck that one there, and that space right next to it, this one is going to go there. So let's go ahead and get these 2 in the ground. I'm going to start with this one. Since the hole is already semi-dug, I don't have to do too much work to get this one in. Just going to widen the hole a bit. That looks good. Loosen up the roots a bit. Alright, that one is in, and a limb broke off of it, which is unfortunate. But I have 1 more to tuck in right next to it, right here. Try not to break this one. Loosen up the roots a bit, and I'm going to tuck it right in front of this Checkmark Trilogy Weigela, and in front of these is Millennium Garlic. So they're alliums, perennial alliums in front of this. So that looks good. We're going to move on to Queen Nectarine. So I'm going to tuck another meant to be queen nectarine in this area right here. There's a lot of rocks in this flower bed for some reason, but I'm gonna try to get through all of this. Sounds like a bunch. Lay that down there. Come on. Alright, I think this should be good enough. Get this tucked in. And this one is a bit bigger than the royal raspberry. The royal raspberry is a shorter one. This one's a bit taller. So that one is in. Now I have to remove a daylily to get the other one in. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this daylily and place the second agastache there. And I'm going to find a new spot for that daylily. Loosen up the roots a bit. Alright, all of the agastache have been placed. Now I have to find a spot for this gorgeous daylily. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck in this daylily right here. It's a nice peachy pink, light pink color, so I think will go good with the alliums and the raspberry agastache. So just going to tuck it right here. There's some wild, great root vine right here, so cut that out of there. Right, I think this should be good enough to get this tucked in. Yep, so go ahead and cover this back up. So now that everything has a home in this bed, we are now going to place our daffodils. So I do have a lot of empty space behind the perennials in this bed. So I'm going to start off trying to tuck some in all of this open space here. I'm going to start off using the auger. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue with all the rocks and the roots in this area, but let's go ahead and try. I did run into a bit of roots with the auger, so I'm trying to dig a hole to get some daffodils in between the daylilies, and I have come across something over here. Trying to get it out. So I want to do a nice size clump. Over here it looks like another jar. Yep, a jar. And once again, if you are new to the channel, the previous owner did bury a lot of trash on the property. I still have a pile of 30 tires that I need to get up this winter, but I'm always digging up trash. A lot of old antique bottles, and I'm guessing some stuff came from when the house was renovated before we bought it. But just got that out, so I will be tucking a nice handful of daffodils in between these daylilies. Great. Let me go ahead and cover this up. So I just dug this hole with the auger, and I don't know what this is, some kind of rope or carpet maybe, but it feels like this whole area has it in it. I was trying to do some daffodils up this hill a bit, but I've been slowly digging this out. There's another piece right in this area. Well, look at that. I have no idea what this is. This kind of looks like it's rope. And I already had dug some daffodils over here, and they're coming out with every pull that I do with this rope. So I might have to go ahead and dig up these daffodils if I want all of this rope up. Let me see it. Maybe that's the end of it. Nope. So daffodils are coming up, and this rope. But the hole was a lot bigger, so maybe I'll just put 20 over in this little trench area. I think that is all of that rope, but as I know with this garden, it's never all. It's always a lot of trash in the ground. But I'm going to go ahead and stick those daffodils back in this hole, plus a bit more. So I'm going to dig down this side a bit. Something in the ground. Honestly, this looks like an old gun, if you guys could see that. That's weird. I don't know what else. Okay, this is a piece of a jar. Alright, so I think I'm good with this area to go ahead and tuck the daffodils over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my last pack in the ground. I don't know if that was a toy or a real one, but it is out of this area, and I'm gonna go ahead and tuck these daffodils that I had to dig up to get the rope out of this area. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck those back over here, pop a few more. And you just want to place these pointy side up. Alright, I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and cover these up. And make sure I pack it in. Alright, so those are in. I still have a bit more in this bag, so I'm going to find another spot to tuck them in. So a hole has been dug in between the daylilies, and I'm going to place my last little bit in this hole. And I'm going to go ahead and fill it back in. Now that all of the daffodils are in, I planted a patch right here, all up through these shrubs. There are daffodils, a spot here, and over through here, but all 120 are in, a few down there. Now I'm going to add in some mulch to make this bed look a bit complete, and probably wash off these dirty pavers. So let's go ahead and get the mulch in. mulching is complete. 120 daffodils went into this area, as well as the 2 new royal raspberry, agastache, and 2 more of the meant to be queen nectarine. Thank you guys for joining me on this project. I have quite a bit of garden cleanup to do, so I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.